Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday. Hi, Walnut. It is me, Laz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. I hope you are having a wonderful week. I have paced around multiple times and farted around with the camera because I'm procrastinating, because I have a walnutting that I need to share with you this week. And the theme is basically I've had to fall on my sword and ask for help externally, outside of friendships, families, outside of the things. So I have alluded to in previous episodes, Walnut, a little bit of turbulence that's been going on in my life, without specific details, but I've had a little bit of a hard time. And it's taken me a hot little minute to blame others, feel sorry for myself, bask in the apathy, to the point where sometimes, Walnut, I actually feel like I have felt nothing. Laugh, cry, awkward laugh because I might cry. I have felt very numb, disassociated, away from my body, away from myself. I have not felt joy or like joyful. I've had moments of joy, but I have not felt, I just have not felt anything. And I think there came a point where I was for quite a long time, being the victim, being the person that just said, well, it's because this happened to me that I'm behaving this way. And while that is all valid and true, and dumb things do happen to us and we grow and we learn and blah 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 blah, blah, all the positives, I kind of had to sit in that for a little while for me to kind of register with the fact that I have done all I can in that space. I have tried to work with with the people involved to try and come to joint agreements and tools and ways of working with things, that I'm at a point now where it is no longer a joint effort. It is now something in me that is refusing to let this next step of healing take place. So it's all been work. It's all been working towards the things, but I have noticed a significant block from me, from myself, and by way of needing things to kind of just blow up in my face and get that aha realization moment. So Walnut, I came to this place where I was like, oh shit, maybe I am the problem. Well, not that I am the problem, but for me to genuinely take accountability for my piece or my part in this. And I know we've talked about this in terms of like courageous conversations and conflict management and stuff like that. But in terms of a thing that I had not really anything to do with happened to me, and that was dumb and that sucked. But the work has been put in place by me, by the other people, by all the things. The work has been worked on. We have been working. We've been working, all of us. But it is now a place where I am being the block. I am being the thing that is now blocking and bouncing back other things, and that is leading to sort of this feeling of resentment, unfairness, tit for tat, all of those sort of things that we've talked about a little bit before together on the podcast. So I am taking accountability for myself and my own happiness in this kind of sense, Walnut, where it's not even my own happiness, it's my own healing, taking accountability for my part in my healing and my bit because there's only so much that as a unit, as a friendship, as a relationship, partnership, familyship, you can do as a group, right? There comes a time, which I'm having now, where it is on the onus of the self, of myself, of yourself. And I have today sent an email to a woman who I will love till the day I die. My counselor who has been with me. I've talked about her on the podcast a couple of times, Walnut. Been with me throughout, my teenage years. I came back to her during the deaths of my friends. I saw her for a short stint last year, which I told you about. And I've emailed her again to come back and do some EMDR therapy if she's got time and space. But I've sent the email out. And whether I get the EMDR or whether I just go and talk to her bi-monthly just to talk my piece, I think is very important at this point in my healing journey, in my Walnut journey, and especially with all these new life choice discuss things that have been going on for me, Walnut. I'm going to be entering soon a new strange phase of my life, which please help me. I'm going to need all of your love and support with because I'm struggling. But yeah, there's going to be lots of changes and shifts, and it's hard to sort of wrap your head around. And I will talk more about this as it progresses. But for now, I'm prioritizing my healing and my mental health, as well as physical health, doing a couple of things like that. But just to get that straight, because I noticed that when I was being defensive and bouncing back in a discussion, that there is something that I'm clinging on to and that I'm just not able to break past. And that's okay. That's what happens when, not bad things, but when big, heavy things happen to us. It can be hard to let those go. And sometimes it's scary to wonder, who am I without that trauma, or who am I without that dark cloud that I've just had for so long, kind of like shedding a new sort of little skin. It's what does it mean for me as a person if I don't have that? If I don't have this weird dark cloud that I've been hanging on to for God knows how long, even though the event only happened recently. Waffle, but Walnut, I just wanted to share my walnutting this week because I have taken an actual genuine look in the mirror and had some healing work reflected back at me, and taking some kind of self-guided action to try and help myself and to try and put myself first, because I noticed in the moment when I was being bratty little brat, tit for tat, not equal, argumentative little banana, that wasn't actually constructive, and it wasn't actually correct. And yeah, just owning that accountability piece in my walnut journey, and going to an external party this time round to get some more tools in my toolbox, or just to get a safe space and a safe outlet for me, just to get an understanding of how I can bulldoze past this little block that I've got going on where I'm clinging on to things, and all the woo-woo stuff aside, because I know that that's actually a big portion of it. But we'll get there. It's all part of it. It's all part of it. Yeah, accountability, accountability. Say it 3 times and then you'll say it. So yeah, asking for help. It feels like I have so much more to say, or so much I want to be emotional about and share with you, but I think that's the main sort of part of my episode this week, Walnut. So I hope that this helps you in some way, if not to feel encouraged to put yourself first, but also encouraged to potentially just reach out and ask for something that you need, whether it be big or small, whether it be similar to my situation, or something so small as that you haven't had a 5 minute to yourself today. So on that note, Walnut, happy Walnut Wednesday. I love you. I cherish you. I think you're awesome. I think you're brave and beautiful and delicious. And if you resonate, I would love to hear from you. If you've got any little tips, tidbits, advices, if you've felt nothing like me for the littlest while, just know that, feelings will come again. Feelings come and go, just like emotions. But it doesn't mean that everything is the big storm cloud. You got to have a storm cloud if you want to have a rainbow. You got to have the sun if you want the moon. All of the polaricals, right? We just got to work through it and know that we're not alone and that we've got this and that we're in it together. So, I love you, Walnut. You've got this. We've got this. And I will talk to you really soon in the walnut tree if you want to share or by message. Otherwise, I'll talk to you on the podcast next week. Happy Walnut Wednesday. Bye.